Good morning everyone, and welcome to another out and about video. And today me and Vicky have travelled over to Waterfoot again, this time to take a walk through the tunnels, the Newchurch Tunnels. And as you can see, we're currently walking alongside the sidings of Waterfoot railway station. As far as I can tell, I think this used to be the coal shed and the coal yard area of the original sidings. And we're still making our way up this cobbled pathway, and thankfully this is one feature that is still maintained its presence here in Waterfoot. And just ahead, past them bollards and where those two people are currently walking, that is where Newchurch Tunnel, and I think it's tunnel number 1, is. And we're going to make our way through that and talk a little bit more about the history, its construction and when it closed down. Now I think what is pretty unique and pretty cool about this is we still have a business dealing with coal here in Waterfoot, where the original sidings were. C&B coal. And if you look inside, you can see the hoppers and the coal just over here. So that is pretty, that's a pretty nice touch, nice feature, the fact that to this day coal is still being distributed from here. So this video today, like I said, it brings us to Waterfoot. And it's a video we've wanted to do for quite a while now. It's not going to be a long video because there's not really that much to tell about the tunnels which are about to enter. But we just thought you guys might enjoy it. It's like I said, it's not going to be a long video, 10 minutes probably at most. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of history around this neck of the woods here in Waterfoot. You may have seen the recent video, the slippery slope of the Kegel infamy. And if you did so, please give it a like. Now we're going to enter the tunnels now, and we're going to talk some more about, like I said, the year it was constructed, as well as an accident that took place here with the sad loss of a gentleman's life. And we'll also talk about its closure back in 1966. Now, there's some interesting features on some of the stones here at Newchurch Tunnels, such as these. So there's 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. Now we don't know if these are stonemakers or stonemasons markings. And then there's one here, and it's like a T, upside down T or an inverted T. Now these could well be stonemasons markings, because they got paid, from memory, I think they got paid from how many stones they actually produced ready for construction such as this. I mean, there's people out there who we follow who will know a lot more than we do on things like this. So if we are right or wrong, can you contact us, comment down below and tell me if indeed these are stonemasons markings. And again on this bottom one, or second from bottom, 1, 2, 3. So I'm just wondering if that is the same stonemason as the foundations over there. Now what I love about these 2 tunnels that we're going to go through is that it feels proper Victorian. It feels really old. Now, okay, I know the cycleway that was put in place here in, I think it was 2019. Okay, that's a modern construction, but when you walk your way through, there is something special about this place, and it just feels proper old. I mean, you can hear the dripping of the water coming down the walls. You can see the soot, and I'll take you guys over, but there's still soot, there's still markings on these walls. I mean, you can just see it here. It's just soot. But this is Newchurch Tunnel 1, and I think this was completed around about 1851 or 1852. I'll put the year down below. And we're going to make our way to the second tunnel, which is further ahead. But yeah, it's quite an extraordinary location, is this. Now, what I do find fascinating about this type of structure, and I'm not into, or I should say, I've never really studied the history of the railways, the networks, the tunnel systems, but you'll see here that there's a lot of stonework to start with, and then obviously the bricks work their way all the way around and over to the opposite side, where again you've got more stonework, and again it's still got soot which is still clinging to the walls after all these years. Now, from memory, I think these tunnels officially closed around about 1966. I think it was part of the Beeching Axe. But for nearly, or well over 100 years, I should say, not nearly 100 years, but well over 100 years, these were operational. Now again, and I'm becoming a bit obsessed with these, but you've got the same marking, like an inverted T, on this stone as we leave the first tunnel. So again, if it is a stonemason's marking, please let me know. But I'm becoming a little bit obsessed with things like this, the little details. So we're now at the entrance of the second tunnel, and this is where I kind of do get mixed up, because I'm not sure if this is tunnel number 2 and that is tunnel number 1. I presume it is, daft as it sounds, but if you'll notice right at the start of the video, that tunnel we've just left, I should say, exited, there were 2 tunnels, one side by side, but I think that is definitely tunnel number 1. This is tunnel number 2. So we're going to make our way up this direction, and we'll see if this is as intriguing as what tunnel number 1 is. And as you can see, I think this is pretty much the same as the first tunnel, if not slightly longer in length. And you can hear the water dripping. Does kind of make it more spooky, to be honest. Now, me and my daughter came to these 2 tunnels, I think around about 2 years ago, and we did a bit of a paranormal investigation while we were here. And I'll put a link down to that video and tell me what you guys think, because we do like the odd paranormal investigation every now and again, as you may well know. But we think we picked up some pretty interesting results. We did an EVP session, and we picked up what we thought was walking behind us when there was only us 2 in the tunnel. And bearing in mind it was quite late in the evening. But we also picked up some interesting responses using an app called the Necrophonic app, which is supposedly it allows spirits to communicate with the living. Anyway, I'll put the links down below, guys, and you tell me what you think to that video. Now we've made it to the end of this second tunnel, and we've noticed that these structures here, and again I don't know technical terms, but the archways, we think they're numbered numerically, because roughly where I'm pointing, it looks like XI, which is that 11, which is round about here, and I'll arrow to it. Well, yeah, we think they're numbered numerically. In fact, I'll get a little bit closer to this one. And what's that number there? Can somebody make that out? It looks like a VII, possibly, or VIII. But there's certainly, from what I'm looking at, numericals. And like I said, there's your XI. And when we left this tunnel, again Vicky pointed it out, just round about here you can see FHV, I think Vicky says. I'll try and get the camera higher.
I better stop and wait.
But yeah, FHV perhaps, I think it is. And again, looks like a V and an I, or is it an L? Is that an L? I think that could be an L. So LV. So it might not be numericals on the other side.
Numericals are not there. Looks like it. It's got X. There's lots of...
Yeah, Vicky's just pointed it out all the way across the top. You've got like IXVI, XII, XVI. But all the markings pretty much all the way around this archway. I mean, that is pretty damn cool, is that? And again, on the bottom of these tunnels, or the stones, you've got the inverted T. But I do like how it's got, like you said, the markings all the way across the top. They are like numericals, aren't they?
Yeah.
Days of Horror, as you know, we do like to cover the darker side of life and some of the older stories that have long since been forgotten. And today's no exception, and we do have just a short tale of an accident that happened, and it could well have been round about this part. And it's an accident that happened in 1881, and it was while they were removing some rocks from the hillside, such as this. Now, there was a chap who was working for Messrs, I think it was Dransfield and Company. They were railway contractors at the time, like I said, removing large rocks. And a man, and all we've got is his surname, called Thompson. He fell 60 foot from the top to the bottom, fracturing his skull, and he sadly passed away there and then at the spot. But like I said, this channel wouldn't be complete without the little tales such as that. And if you look, it is quite a high embankment, so it could well have been in this stretch of the tunnel system. Now, I want to give a shout out to a chap who we follow over YouTube. Midi Explorers is his channel name. Now, I'll put a link down below to his channel, because he absolutely loves things like what we've just done and been through. He loves the history of the railways and the networks and the infrastructure, and obviously how they were built. So please give Midi a follow, guys. I don't think you'll be disappointed. But Midi, if you're watching this, and you know obviously a lot more than what me and Vicky do with things like this, can you let us know if some of these markings on the bricks are indeed stonemasons marks? Is it because obviously they had to get paid and it was just easier to identify which stonemason produced that piece of stone or architecture for these builds? It would be interesting to know. We are going to leave it here. Like I said, we're not fully up on things like this, so there's not much to talk about, to be honest. So we are going to leave it here. But if you did enjoy this short little video from here at Newchurch Tunnels in Waterfoot, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And also please share this little video. It does mean a lot to me and Vicky that people are interested in what we do. It does mean the world to us both, and we cannot thank you enough. But in the meantime, as I always say guys, from this wonderful location here in Waterfoot, take care, look after yourselves, and we will be back soon with another tale from our dark but glorious past. Take care guys.